In this session, we're going to be discussing roll-up summary fields. So what is a roll-up summary field? A Salesforce roll-up summary field is like a superhero that collects and shows summary information from related child records. All right, so it comes with the master detail relationship. If we have a master detail relationship between two objects, then on the parent object, meaning on the master side, we can create this roll-up summary fields, and it can perform some automations. For example, on an account object, you can create a roll-up summary field that displays total amount of all related opportunities. All right, so if we go to Object Manager and then Account, Fields and Relationship, let's select New Field. So here we have this roll-up summary field. And also on custom object relationships, on the master object or on the parent object, we'll have this roll-up summary data type, which can be used to perform some automations. Now, we will be also talking about those automations and configuring them. For example, I have these use cases. In the first use case, we want to find the minimum opportunity amount whose stage is at qualification, and we need to display it on the account record. So as you know, account record will have a lot of opportunities, right? So for example, if I open a simple account record, and it may have many opportunity records that are related to it. For example, let's go and view one account, Pyramid Consulting, for example. It has one opportunity. Let me pick another one that might have more than one opportunity, for example. So what we want to do in that use case is, let's go back and review that. Find the minimum opportunity amount whose stage is at qualification. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to check all the opportunities that are related to this account and find out which opportunity stage is equal to qualification. And then from those opportunities, we have to select the or compare the amount fields, and whichever opportunity has the minimum amount, then we will have to display it on the account record. All right. So, for example, I have these two opportunity records, right? I'm going to change their stage to qualification so that I can use this record for my demo purposes. All right. So I'm going to change the stage to qualification. So here is the stage. And let's set this to qualification. And let's go back to the account record and then do the same thing for the other record. Setting the stage to qualification. And then save. Now let's go back to the account record again, and let's talk about what we're going to do. So in this scenario, both opportunities are at qualification stage, right? Which opportunity has the minimum amount? This one has the minimum amount, right? And that amount equals to 150,000. So what we want is, we want this $150,000 to be displayed on the account record page, on the related parent account record page. So whenever the user goes to the related account, which is this one, right? On this account, on this page, we want to see that amount to be displayed. So that is the requirement here. Hope that is clear to you. So in order to perform this or configure this, what we have to do is we have to go to Object Manager from the setup. We will go to Account Object because we have to create one field on the account object. And then we'll go to Fields and Relationship and then select New and select this data type. Again, this field will always be created on the parent account. So between opportunity and account, the account is the parent. You wouldn't be creating this field on opportunity, okay, in this scenario. In this scenario, you have to create it on account object. So select this data type and then click Next and then give it a name. So let's pick a meaningful name. So I'm just going to select minimum opportunity. All right, that's the name I will give it to this. Minimum opportunity amount, right? And also in the help desk, I could also add some details so that the user knows what exactly this minimum opportunity amount is getting calculated. So click Next. And so what we have to do is we have to then from here select the object that is going to be summarized. So click there, click this drop down, and from there we will select this opportunity object. And then we have these functions over here, 4 functions that we can choose. So as you can understand from these names, this will calculate the count of related records. So for example, if you want to know how many opportunity records are there related to this account record, then you could go with this function. In our scenario, we want to go with the minimum function because what we want to do is we want to check all the opportunities whose stage is equal to qualification. And then among those opportunities, we want to select the minimum amount and then bring and display that minimum amount on the account itself. So once you select the appropriate function, I'm going to show you different examples on when you can select each of these examples. But for now, let's go ahead and select the minimum because that's the function that we need right now. It is going to take the minimum of all those opportunity amounts whose stage is qualification. Then field to aggregate. So we're interested in this amount field, right? Amount field. Select it. And here we have a filter criteria. So are we comparing this minimum amount for all the opportunities, or are we comparing this minimum amount for specific opportunities? As you can see in our requirement, it is talking about specific opportunities whose stage is at qualification. You see, this is a filter that we have to configure. We're not interested in all the opportunities. We're interested in the opportunities whose stage is at qualification. So that's why we would need to set this filter up here. So we're not interested in all opportunities. We want to compare that amount field for opportunities whose stage, let's find the stage field here, whose stage is equal to qualification. All right, select that and it gets typed over here. These are the opportunities. These are the specific opportunities we're interested in. So next, what we'll have to do is click Next. We want this to be visible for these 2 profiles. Click Next. And let's add it to all the page layouts. And then we will click Save. After it is created, we will navigate to our opportunity record. We will do a refresh here. and then check the amount in that field. So we'll have to go to the details. Then let's find the field that we just created. The name shows minimum opportunity. You see? Minimum opportunity amount. That's the field that we just created. And remember, I had added that help text to this. So when you hover over this icon, it shows the help text that I have added. It says find the minimum opportunity amount whose stage is at qualification and displayed on the account record. So I didn't modify this help text. Whatever the question was saying, I just copy pasted it. But usually in the real projects, you would rephrase that. You would rephrase it to say, this field displays the minimum opportunity amount of opportunities whose stage is at qualification. All right. And that amount is 150,000. Just pay attention that you cannot change this amount. Okay. This field is not editable. Like, for example, you can edit this field. All right. You can click on this icon and change this, but this field is not editable. Okay. That's the characteristics of roll-up summary field. Let's cancel out from here and verify it is actually 150,000. So what we need to do is we need to check the related opportunities of this account, right? We'll go to related tab. From there, we'll check the opportunities. We have two opportunities. Both opportunities stage is qualification, right? And what it is doing is it is comparing these amounts for both of these opportunities and then finds the minimum amount, which in this case is 150,000, and then brings that and displays it here. All right. So for example, if I create a new opportunity for this account with amount less than 150,000, and if that opportunity has a different stage, then this roll-up summary field will disregard that. For example, let me show you what I mean. If I create new opportunity for this, click next, opportunity name, test, roll-up summary field, right? I'm just giving a dummy name. Close date is 2 weeks out. Stage is I'm selecting prospecting, okay? And then click save. So now you can see that this particular account has 3 opportunities related to it. And 2 of them, this one and this one, is at qualification stage. This one is at prospecting stage. Okay, I forgot to give the amount. Let me give the amount to this opportunity. Let me go back to that record and give it an amount. I'm going to set this to 100,000 and click save. Let's navigate back to that account record by clicking this on this link. So as you can see now, 3 opportunities. 1 is at prospecting stage, 2 others are qualification stage. So what does our field need to display? Our field needs to display the minimum amount of opportunities whose stage is at qualification, right? So that field would still display 150,000. Let's go back, and it is still 150,000. Let's do a refresh just to double check. And it is still at 150,000. It is ignoring this amount. It is ignoring the amount of this opportunity because its stage is not at qualification. It is at prospecting, right? So that's why this opportunity gets ignored, and our roll-up summary field compares the amounts for this opportunity and this one. But if I go to this opportunity and change that stage to qualification, then our roll-up summary field recalculate that field, okay? It will recalculate that amount, and now it will display the updated amount on the account. As you can see, now the minimum opportunity amount is $100,000. Okay, this is how this minimum function or roll-up summary field works. So the question was, as we know, the relationship between opportunity and account is a lookup relationship, as you can see from this schema builder. And the question was, if that's the case, how come we can create a roll-up summary field on account object? Even though this is a lookup relationship, it is called a special lookup relationship in Salesforce. It exists between account and contact. It exists between account and opportunity. And it is called a special lookup relationship because we can create a roll-up summary fields on account for opportunity. And that is usually available, not usually, but always available for master detail relationships. Okay, so we can discuss more about this slide later on, but for now, just keep that in mind. Even though there is a lookup relationship between them, we can still create that roll-up summary field on account because of that special lookup relationship. That's how Salesforce built this.